Earl, was there ever any question that you were going to play the football game on Saturday because it was a total blizzard? It was hard to see the field right from the press box.
Just there wasn't any decision to be made. The game was scheduled at 1:30. We were going to play the game and get after it, and the weather conditions would have to take care of themselves. They were there. There wasn't any doubt. But we had our maintenance people were doing an excellent job. They were trying to get the field as good as we possibly could. Official didn't look as warm as he was in some other times, but we came out ready to play, and it was a type of game where you just had to hang in there and play one play at a time and make it happen.
Well, the important thing is I think you got the wind early, and that gave you a little momentum, didn't it?
In a game like this, and here we kick off with the wind, and we come down and really do a good job of covering the kickoff, and then really put some good pressure on. They throw the ball a little bit, but we really get stopped without gaining much yardage, and it gives us a chance as we get the ball back again.
There's a good example. The footing was just terrible for both sides.
It was definitely a day where the weather was a factor. People falling around, jumping around, and yet for the most part, it was just a pretty well played game. Everybody working hard at it.
All right, now Earl, did your offense change any because of the conditions, or did you try to do what you normally do?
Well, we came out, we opened it with a pass, and then we tried to work kind of our base goal line stuff, figuring that they'd be in a harder front, but it really turned out very difficult to go laterally. And so as the game progressed, we got to more just straight ahead type things rather than any lateral movement of the football.
Did you think you'd be able to put more points on the board in the first quarter than 6 points? Are you a little surprised at that?
Well, we were certainly concerned with that, is that we had some opportunities and we weren't able to cash in on them. But again, the defense was playing so well. Scott Shutt making a great play and stopping them, and just play after play of people just working so hard, running them down. Here, Jimmy Dick coming off the linebacker position, and Muckenhern and all the players flying around. They were running into each other too, and Ken kind of cleans up. And
I think the defense is having fun.
Well, they like playing in the snow. It's all right. They just they come flying here. Tyrone gets in and makes a big hit on a quick pass. So it was a type of game where you just had to say to yourself, we're going to come on out. We're going to play hard football. We're going to come straight at them and try to control the tempo of the game. Chad did some excellent running early on, as our other backs did, and we just hear Doug Lloyd pounding in there for the first down, and it was kind of a game where you're just going to come at him and try to get the best that you can. Here we did catch him where we had him unbalanced, and we did have him outnumbered there, but again, because of the conditions, Benny wasn't able to get all the way into the end zone.
Now, Earl, obviously your passing game is limited in conditions like this, but you were able to throw 2 touchdown passes.
Well, Kerry Meskey off a little play action pass opens up. They rushed the end, and we'll talk a little more about that later, but it was a case where he was wide open and Benny got him the football.
Conditions didn't lighten up during the day. You go to the second quarter, your defensive line just dominated the statistical column. Augustana just had nothing going at all.
Well, they tried to run more lateral. Later on, they go a little bit more straight ahead, but our defense was playing extremely sound defense, good technique defense under the conditions. And here they get off a good punt with the wind and get us down deep in our own territory against the wind. And it's that kind of day where it's 6-0. We're awful concerned about, you know, the whole overall situation with the football.
You had a hard time hanging on to the football, too. I've never seen Benny, you know, drop it 4 times. It must have been really tough to hang on to.
Well, it was definitely a tough day, and it was just hard to get the good footing here. We go for the first down on 4th down, feeling that we wouldn't get that much out of the punt. Don't make it. Again, the defense comes through. This is the thing that has really been a very important thing all season long.
Earl, didn't you think that was a huge gamble with the field position there?
Well, I tell you, we kind of liked it. It gave us better field position, but it was an awful difficult thing. They were going to try a double pass, and it was hard enough trying to throw it once during the course of this ball game. Defense
came right back, got you the football, and again, you guys cough it up. It was just that kind of a day because of the elements.
Well, it was tough. I mean, and there wasn't any doubt that, you know, we were talking all the time about hanging on to the football. But again, with the wind and the snow and all the things going into it, was difficult. But the thing that didn't change during the whole course of the ball game was the great defensive effort. you know, everyone up front, Dana, Milhauser, Todd DeBates had a great day. There he gets the interception to shut down that drive and to be able to really end the first half.
Minus 23 yards in the first half. That's how tough it was, but 6-0. That was awful close there, Coach. You a little concerned?
Oh, definitely concerned coming into the second half. With the same token, we knew that we had to just establish ourselves a little more offensively. The defense had played a great first half, continued to play great football, just doing an excellent job, and we just had to keep kind of coming after them. Here we do get the ball to the pitch, and we get a good hard run out of James Moultrie, and he gets a good solid yardage, and then we come back with just a straight ahead dive type play. Chad does the work. He breaks a couple tackles and gets in the open, and then is going to get himself in the end zone.
Earl, did you feel like it was just a matter of time before you get a play like this if you kept running straight ahead?
Well, we were hoping that this was what would happen. Our offensive line was doing an awful good job of controlling the line of scrimmage, and we just had to get through that first initial wave of defenders, and when Chad broke it, he got himself into the end zone.
Well, that gave you some breathing room, but then Augustana started doing the exact same thing you were doing, run straight ahead, because that's where the best traction was.
They did do that. Every now and then they'd go back to the lateral stuff. They would get no yardage or very little yardage. Paul Murray making an excellent play. They come back running hard inside. Just a good effort on their running back, and they get some good yardage. The thing that happened was that time ran out in the third quarter, so that they had to go against the wind.
Our cameras are not bad, folks. We've got excellent cameras. This is how bad it was out there. It got worse in the fourth quarter, in fact.
Yeah, it really did, and it was just a tough day there. One of the frustrated members of their team had a personal fall that really hurt their attempt to get the ball in the end zone. This is a fourth down and a very long yardage. They make a little yardage, but we get the ball back.
That really helped you out as far as the shutout was concerned. And then here comes Benny. He was so close to breaking a lot of them.
Yeah, on a very good field, he would have been in the end zone a couple times on the situations that he had. But we come back again, having our best luck going straight ahead. Doug Lloyd getting a great block by Mike Favor, breaks the tackle and then gets himself into the end zone. So boy, Doug comes back with a tremendous run, followed up, you know, before with Chad's run. It was just a day where the good big running back had to make the big play, and they sure did in this ball game.
15 yards a carry. He's got something to celebrate about. Earl, in the second half now, late when you had them down 18-0, did you really limit your offense any? They're celebrating a little
We
bit
had a great time. 18-0. We felt good about where we're going in the game. The defense continued to play, but offensively, we were just determined to try to keep going with the things that we were doing, see what we could take advantage of, maybe just to lock in a little bit more now that we had the win with exactly what we had gone into the game plan with.
You stay back with the dive and with the good field position. Moultrie gets in there.
James running very well. And we come back here now as that we're getting real hard triggers at the corner. Decided to just throw a deep one. Benny, under heavy pressure, is able to get the ball off, and Len Kretschmann makes a great catch, runs it into the end zone to really break it up as far as the game is concerned.
And with that catch, he became the all-time single-season receiving yardage record holder, breaking Stacy Robinson's record, who, of course, is now with the New York Giants. That's a great record for him. 25-0, you get the shutout.